As a student newspaper, the Skyline View is the only newspaper left in the district. They are telling the history of the college through the voice of the students. And frankly, there is no other newspaper that's going to cover Skyline like the Skyline View does.
Most of our articles are based on the thoughts and views of students. Often we'll have to interview them, even if it's a news story, but we'll also get their opinions on different things. So it really reflects back on the students here.
Our role as a newspaper is to kind of involve a lot of stories from our community and in the school.
We're a First Amendment protected paper, so our faculty advisor, can't tell us what to put online and what not to put online. It gives the students a voice.
When Skyline College first became a college, it had its original newspaper, the Skyline Press. Samuel Goldman was its advisor and the journalism teacher here at Skyline College. When he retired, the newspaper disbanded. The school stopped offering journalism. About 11 years later, I was given the chance to bring back a news writing class, and right away I got very passionate about this and proposed that we bring back a student newspaper here to Skyline.
I found out about the Skyline View because I was planning to major in journalism, and I saw that we were offering a newspaper staff course here, and I thought that would be a great way to get experience, not just learning like the typical schools from a textbook or in classes, but actually working on a staff the way that a professional would.
I knew that I could learn a lot of valuable skills here at the Skyline View. I actually have learned a lot of different skills from like photography, also writing, copy editing, all that kind of stuff that I know that I'm eventually gonna need.
What made me interested about working at the newspaper was that I got the opportunity to write, and I really enjoy writing, so kind of give me an outlet to pursue that passion.
Before the pandemic, I had a group of students who came in right as a bunch of my students transferred. And so these students were pretty inexperienced and pretty fresh to the Skyline View. And I wanted to give them a sense of the responsibility of what they were doing and the history of what they were doing. And so I made an appointment to have them go be able to take a look at the bound copies of the Skyline Press, the original newspaper here. And it was really amazing. You could just see Skyline College coming to life on these pages. We were really lucky because the person who was overseeing our visit was Jessica Silver-Sharp. She's a trained archivist. She was like, well, why don't we look into digitizing both newspapers, the Skyline Press and the Skyline View?
I think one way that I felt empowered in this classroom is by reaching out to people that I generally wouldn't. So I've reached out to like state senators, the district attorney, just to get information on stories. So usually I would think, these people aren't accessible, but I find the community more accessible through these stories.
The article that I'm most proud of is the men's soccer article, like when they went to playoffs. That article, I remember I had to interview 3 of the players, and one of the players got injured, and that kind of like threw off their game. So I kind of try to highlight that in the article as well. And also the photo that was included in that was like, I think one of my best ones and my favorites.
I think that like the Skyline View has given me the opportunity to engage with another demographic of students that I hope to like carry on when I eventually attend law school and work to like better our public education in this country that's just set up so unfairly.
This project to digitize the student newspapers is something that didn't fall neatly into a funding source and is actually really important and time sensitive because our papers are beginning to degrade just sitting in the newsroom. The President's Innovation Fund allows faculty to think outside of the box and get funding for things that can really have an impact on the students and the community.
I think being on the newspaper staff really helps us build a community because we're working with diverse students, people of different ages and backgrounds.
It's a class, and it's also a space for you to like practice how you want to be perceived in the world.
I love working with Nancy. She's like the best. Yeah, I'm really thankful for like the things that she has taught me because I definitely feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge from her.
We are so fortunate to have an archivist on our campus who cares about this stuff. Jessica Silver-Sharp is really leading the show on this, and I'm grateful to her for guiding us through this process along with Gabby Nacito. I just really want to thank the donors of the President's Innovation Fund. And without their donations, we wouldn't be able to do this. So to capture all of this is really to capture the history of this college. We've had amazing things happen on this campus. Why wouldn't you want to save that?